Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogion Monster here, along with Stevie B.
Hey.
Welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF as we like to call it. Hope everybody's doing amazing tonight. It's great to see everybody in chat already.
And I'm still trying to get my shit together.
Yeah, she's always trying to get her shit together.
Shit, story of my life.
Christy was first one in the door. Welcome.
Hey, Christy.
Sharon Guy, how are you? Great to see you. Hey, Harold. Oklahoma Cryptid Search Team. Never said that out loud, I don't think. That was just OCST.
All right.
Feisty Katie, how are you? Can you guys hear us all right? We have a different setup. The mic's a little bit further away. So I'm trying to talk louder. Northwoods, what's up? Hey, Chiro. Karen, how are you? I'm going to have to go with glasses because I hate these damn things. I got to clean them first. So, yeah, you guys know that LIB, Mike, came down to Florida. We've been hanging out. We've been having a good time.
Right.
It's really a pleasure to have him here. You know, knowing him for a few years and
No, he's got to go.
and finally get to meet him.
Shh, don't tell myself that. Had enough.
Elena, hello. With that, you know what? Fuck this. Let's just bring him up. You remember Stevie's old backdrop.
Oh, yeah. Right?
Right here. Stole it.
So, you having a good time, Mike?
Yes.
Good.
Yeah, today was cool too.
We got in late the first night that he came in.
Early in the morning.
By the time we got home, it was 3:30. We didn't wrap things up until 4.
Yeah. I was in bed by 4, I think, and you guys were up still.
So we slept in yesterday.
Sorry, guys.
I'm
sitting here like, well, it's just us.
I know. Well, yeah.
Yeah, we're like trying to play catch up for the most part. Like,
Yeah, on the rest.
get on a normal schedule for.
It took a day.
I haven't been feeling good.
No.
That's been a big part of me. I mean, I felt nauseous and I had some kind of bug. I still do. It's just I feel better since I got out the house today.
All that fresh air. So what we did is we went out on a boat today, and
All over the
just
lake
showed Mike. You know, what places I've been, but then we went to places I've never been,
that we've never been.
and it was cool. You know, all these lakes have canals that go to other lakes, and then because this is the Harris chain of lakes, and you can access probably 8 different lakes, I think, through these different locks and canals.
Badass.
So we just went exploring.
Took a left turn down a little creekway almost. It was very narrow and shallow,
And it led to a trailer park.
it was in the woods, and it was there was a lot of
Middle of nowhere.
fish in there. I think
That was tight, and I was impressed.
That was shallow.
there were
yeah,
spots that
really
we had to
shallow.
look to see if the trees that have fallen over were too high up in
Right.
the water, or if we had a good byway to get through without dragging the prop.
Yeah, you don't want to lose a prop in some of these places. Although
No.
I could have dragged this out with the trolling motor, but
Oh yeah, that's
that
true.
would take it forever to get back with a trolling motor.
Oh
Can you
god,
imagine?
yeah, because we were a couple miles away easily.
Even the first one, like,
Dora Canal.
yes,
Yeah.
that one. I like it. I think the most because just the way it is with I don't know. You described it perfectly. It's almost like a Disney
It's like a jungle, the Disney Jungle Cruise without the animatronics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just the animals are natural. They're real. They're
Everything
alive.
is
They're,
natural,
the
alive.
turtles, the gators, the
Little tiny baby gators laying up on
The-
the logs on a little tree
birds
stick
are
and-
amazing.
Oh yeah.
But it was a good time.
And then the other canal had I was just wider and I had good energy. It was nice.
All the birdhouses.
that too. I was
This is another thing. We went up this across my lake. There's a called Haynes Creek. And it's, I don't know how many miles it is, but in the middle of it, there's a lock. We only went up to the lock. We didn't go through because we didn't have time. But in that creek, all the trees, not all of them, but a lot of them, have birdhouses that kids have built. And they go out in boats and they hang them in the trees. And it's just cool. It's like, where the hell did this come from?
I'm assuming some adults built some of them.
Oh, yeah. No, those were,
Yeah,
they were
they're not
good.
kids.
Yeah, there were some 421.
Yes,
But-
were.
But you actually know some people that went out, like, rented a boat to do that.
Last week, or just around 4th, somewhere around there, one of my members from the boat club came with his kids or his grandkids, and they all had birdhouses. And he's like, "Oh yeah, we're going to Haynes Creek to hang these up." I'm like, "What?"
It's super cool.
Well, it's cool to see it because it's not just like one tree. It's like
Yeah.
a whole mile of
Yeah,
It
here and
really-
there, there's
yeah.
birdhouses. Some trees have a lot of them. It was neat.
people put
Dina, how are you? Good to see you.
like metal signs and sunshine.
Gerald, how's it going?
It's pretty cool.
I got some footage. But then I just started taking it in. Just
Hey,
Yeah,
Jane.
that's my problem is I don't even think about my phone. I didn't bring my phone out the whole time. I was just
Jane said you guys have to be live while you're out and about.
yeah, I'll get there. I'll get to it.
the thing about that.
Tomorrow we might get into the woods, I think.
Yeah,
I
but
think
if
we're
we
gonna
go
take
to
a quick
Ocala,
ride.
there's no signal out.
Yeah, it's
There's
true.
really no signal.
I just have to record.
My signal today, because I thought about it. I thought about going live at one point, and I was checking my signal here and there, and like you have it, and then you don't, and then you have it, and then you don't.
Yeah,
'Cause-
but as soon as you get into Ocala, you don't.
right. But
Yeah,
because where we were going like under, like we're going in and out of like, we're at the edge of civilization. You know what I mean? Towards the end there, it was like, do we?
But it's funny if you look at a map, you're like, yeah, you realize you're going through somebody's neighborhood
yeah.
in some spots.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I want next time. Well, when I go up there next, or I want to get past that lock.
Yeah, I want to go to the lot.
We didn't go through the locks because they
There's a time frame.
yeah they'll close from they're open from 7 to 7.
Yeah.
And if you're on the other side of the lock and they close, you're stuck.
You're stuck. You're not getting back until 7 in the morning. So you're definitely
That
stuck.
guy got on the loudspeaker. It was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like gated off almost like with this like steel like
Well, no, that's
That's the
the
wall.
gate.
yeah
That's waterproof.
right. And then he
And
was
then
like,
they-
oh, it's filling up.
They fill it up from if they filled it up from our side.
Right.
They and got the water level in that gate to the same level that we were on.
It's interesting.
Then you get into the lock, they close the gate behind you, and then they drop the water. And I don't know what the difference in
Yeah.
height in between the heights is, but it could be a foot, 2 foot, 4 foot,
It's
you know.
interesting.
But that's how they do it to
Yeah.
get from lake to lake with different elevations.
Yeah.
They use locks.
It's a process. It's got to be a hell of a process. I can't see chat, so just hello everybody.
You can.
Yeah, and then sometimes I do.
Yeah, you're on your
It's a
phone.
pain in the
I can put a
Do you
chat
see
on my
comments
phone.
on your StreamYard?
ass. Yeah, no, just,
You can read comments, but you can't chat unless
Let me
you
see.
link it. But if you click on comments, on the
Okay, let me try this.
And it'll
Okay.
Sharon, how are you?
so you can read it, but you won't be able to write anything.
Oh, I can't type it, so whatever. It's fine.
So yeah, for those of you who might not know what's going on, neither do we.
No.
I will be posting the link in chat, and anybody wants to come on the show, talk to us, hang out, whatever, click on that link, follow the directions. Pretty simple. If you don't want to be on camera, at the bottom of the screen, it'll say stop camera. Just hit that. You don't have to be on camera.
Like that. I think I did all last show. With
And
that.
all they ask is that you turn off YouTube in the background, turn it down so you can't hear it, so we don't get that echo. But yeah, come hang out. Yeah, so tomorrow, like we're just playing this by ear. Tomorrow, we'll probably go up to Ocala. I just, we got a late start today. But I
Yeah,
had a great time.
the heat's a
Yes.
beast. You know what I mean?
Heat
Like,
sucks.
It really beats.
It's been bad.
But on the boat, on the lake, it
No,
was
it's-
cool.
It wasn't terrible.
It
It's a
wasn't.
different story. You're getting baked, like you're baking, like you
Yeah, my
like you are
forehead is
anywhere
red.
else, but you just don't. Yeah, you just don't notice because of the
Because
wind
it
and
feels
you're
good.
on the water.
Yeah.
When at one point you passed me a rag, you were just like here, like,
Yeah.
because you just knew I was steaming,
Well,
and I just dipped it in the water and started drenching myself. But it's just nice. It's nice out there.
that's gorgeous.
But the one thing that we all did when we got home, was take a nap.
Took a nap.
It's babies.
He's like,
I was the first
we
one
were
to go, I
coming in,
think.
and it's like, I was like, it's 5 to 4 or whatever. And
I said,
Yeah,
He's like,
we got
nap
time for a
time.
nap.
just enough time for
Yeah.
said he thinks like us.
He fits right in. I was the first one to go. When we got home, I went straight to the nap.
She did.
Knocked out quick too. But like I said, I hadn't felt good. And, it catches up. Sitting still and yeah.
We got a pet alligator back there at school.
I do not have a pet
We do
alligator.
not.
It's just an alligator that hangs out.
It just likes to be there. Yeah, it's so
Yep.
cool though.
I think he lives over in the weeds and brush over to the far right. And I swear he hears the door. He's got to hear the door, feel the vibration or something.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just-
just cool.
It just hangs out.
Yeah.
It's not big.
Yeah.
No,
Although we saw the big one today. Mike got to see the big one
Yeah,
from afar, though.
yeah, and that
That's
just
far
goes
enough.
to show
How
at
big
the
it-
distance
How big it was.
when he popped up. I was like, there it is. And it was
yeah.
like way out there.
We
Like,
were in the parking lot. He's in the back seat of the truck, and the gator's way out in the lake. But that's how big he was.
It's
spotted it
it's
right
probably
away.
about an 8 to 9 foot gator. It's a big gator.
huge. I was like just scaring because it's like Seaplane City over there, which is cool enough. Like they just
Take off and land
Yeah, I
in
know.
front of you.
should have used my words there.
Use your words.
Coffee doesn't make work. Catch up.
Let's see. I'm just gonna catch up on that.
I think everybody's talking family.
Oh, what you're talking?
Looks like family. Children. Sharon, congratulations. Her oldest daughter just got married last week.
Oh, very, very good. Congrats.
And good to see you.
And Sharon's like, I want to no matter how old they get, they're still my babies.
Oh yes, you're speaking Elena's language. Then that's her son is her baby. No matter how old he gets.
Always.
Same with me.
We're talking about the storm.
You went way back.
No, I'm not kidding.
I know, just kidding.
Actually, there's another storm. There's a few disturbances out there that are going to be heading our way.
Yeah.
There's one now that's going to hit maybe
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, hit Florida.
Yeah.
And when are you leaving?
Yeah, right there.
Tuesday morning.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Same time.
So God willing, that'll be averted. We won't get that storm.
Well, I paid top notch. So
Well, you're leaving early Tuesday morning, so
yeah, we'll see what happens.
That's the bad, but I'm hoping that it does come so I don't have to go back to work.
Sharon wants to know, LAB have the mosquitoes packed you up yet?
They tried to pick me up a couple times.
They flew away with hernias.
They tried to pick me up.
I know a fly got you earlier on the boat. That
I was. So, yeah, that was a dinosaur. That thing.
I mean, it was big enough. I saw it. I heard him say, "Ow!" He slaps his leg, and I seen the thing shoot off. I
Flew
was
over
like,
to
"Oh,
me, right, chewing on my leg.
it did too." I'm like, I don't have to worry about it.
I was cursing at that. Motherfucker.
That thing was biting ankles all over the place. I didn't have to worry.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what this storm does. I think if we get it, if it strengthens,
There's just a lot out
it'll
there.
be like a Cat 1 maybe when it makes landfall.
It's not pretty early.
Yeah, well, I don't think that was.
I don't know.
I remember that was a short we watched.
No. I saw it on the forecast.
Where's Mayaka? You know something about Mayaka?
Mike south of here.
Okay.
Yes.
She said they're dinosaurs. Gators.
Well, when we were on our way here, after we picked up Mike from the airport, we passed over this long bridge on Lake Jessup. Lake Jessup has the most amount of alligators, the highest population of alligators in the United
In the
States.
U.S.,
Well, that's right. They bring the bad ones there too, right?
That's like the
the bad boy dump.
yeah. all trouble gators, what do they call them?
I don't know what it is.
Nuisance gators.
And I don't know what it is about the way I'm like built, like my DNA, but I'm like, oh, like I want to check that out, you know?
You like to go there now.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's cool. I
It's-
mean, we saw at one time maybe 3 or 4, and where we were fishing.
Yeah.
And they stay off. They stay a distance
Which-
because
Stevie had got. Was it like just he flew over on the helicopter?
yes, and
But the big ones,
did it count?
the big ones stay distance, like when you can see them. You know what I mean? But then you got to worry about like when they go down. Even just watching the little one out there, like when he goes down even a foot, it's like,
Where'd he go?
yeah,
It's gone,
You know?
and there's no signs of it.
no, and it's like you don't really know until he wants to play that game again. Like here I am, and I don't like. It's
Everything
like,
is like I seen that one coming off when we were walking the boardwalk there, the dock going back to the truck one day, and it pops up, just there. He's there, but then you watch him go under, and it's so smooth and gentle, and I mean no disturbance in the water.
It's like
And
he
then
fades
as
away.
soon as you lose sight of, you lose the tip of his head,
God.
he's gone.
Yeah.
He's just gone. No signs of him again. You have no idea where he went. He could still be sitting there. That's crazy.
Jane says, I've seen them on the golf courses. They are intimidating. Let's see.
golf course.
Jim, what's happening? Good to see you.
Because when they're on a golf course, they're usually they're like walking. And
Yeah, going from
you
one-
see full size.
Oh, I've seen those shorts of the dinosaur walking across the golf
Yeah.
course.
That's crazy.
I've seen one where one's climbing a fence,
Oh yeah,
going over the fence.
climb fences. It's crazy.
Most
Most people don't realize it.
my first black bear sighting. I was young. I was in Pennsylvania, like just visiting like my stepdad's family, and I just wandered through the woods onto a golf course, like she was just talking about, and, like just wandering around. I smoked. I was young. Like I smoked cigarettes, but I didn't want anyone to really see me, so like I went way back. This bear like came out of nowhere, and there was this giant rock on the golf course, like a boulder that they couldn't even move. You know what I mean? So they worked around it, and I don't know how I did it, but I got up that top of that shit. Like I was just like, oh my god, like I hope this shit does not come this way.
Seen it.
That adrenaline gets going. You do superhero, action
Oh, yeah.
hero shit.
Someone walks by. How the fuck did you get up there? I jumped.
It was winter. It
Where's
was
the
like
bear?
dead of winter too. Like it shouldn't have been like
Out and about.
Yeah, in
Oh.
theory. it
Yeah,
shouldn't
no,
have
it shouldn't
been-
have been.
happened.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been like. So I was really sketched out.
Dana says we have a 6-foot gator on the property. I think he said that the other night.
Christy said, need some gator skin boots, LIB.
Jeez.
Make me a handbag.
Colin yells at me for getting too close.
Link is in chat. Sorry, I think I forgot to put it before.
When you talked about it.
I don't know. I did it again. Link's in chat if anybody wants to
I
comment.
don't
Yeah.
think you did. Nope.
It's really there this time.
It's
I
there.
see it. Michelle, how are you? Let's see.
Okefenokee.
Pinocchio swamp.
Okefenokee, is that Florida or is that Georgia?
I don't know.
I think that's right next to the Oshkosh Bagosh.
No, that's Wisconsin.
And
Roger Blair, what's up?
Sharon, I wasn't up until we went out on the boat. I think getting outside and getting some fresh air did me good. I still don't feel good all the way, but way better than I did.
Roger says there's a black bear that's been hanging around the area I live in here in eastern Kentucky for a few years. Only thing that keeps him from coming around my house is my old hunting dog Mix. Dog Mix.
yeah. So that's cool.
Jim, what's up, buddy?
I would say Thursday. It is my favorite time of day on a Thursday,
That's
9
good.
p.m. till 11.
Right on. Thursdays suck otherwise. So.
But
So, have you guys been playing with the 360 camera?
Nah, I didn't bring it. I had to take shit out of my bag. At
He was
the
overweight
overweight.
for
Yeah.
his job.
I'm overweight, but I was overweight. Yeah. But anyway, it's not here. A couple of things had to come out. Power banks, just certain couple of things had to come out. So
And I wanted to ask Moggs if did you get any updates to StreamYard in the last few days?
Not that I know of. Like what?
Okay. There's a couple other panels I've been on, and somebody invited me to their panel earlier today. And when I went to enter backstage, it behaved totally different than any StreamYard I've ever gone in. And it was asking to upload my videos, so I decided not to accept the invite. But it's just kind of weird. And yours, when coming in tonight, it was just normal. Everything was normal.
Well, that's good.
So
No, I
yeah.
haven't seen any updates or anything.
Well, I don't have StreamYard, so my only option is to go on other people's channel and ask. So
What's up, Danny?
thank you for your expertise. Hi, Danny.
Alex, what's up? Good to see you.
hey, Alex.
Danny said the Okefenokee Swamp is on the Georgia-Florida line. I thought so. Thought it was in Georgia.
Blazer, how you doing?
It's
Blazer
just
said
not
CIA,
today.
StreamYard.
Okefenokee.
Okay.
Okefenokee.
Okefenokee.
Well, that's possibly an area where they thought that missing flight went down. That was it Flight 19? The Army trained. Or the Navy pilots. They were training off the coast, and they disappeared back in the 50s, 40s. I don't remember when. But that was one of the possible places they thought they went down. Okefenokee Swamp.
It's a
Vaughn, how you doing?
great jungle out there.
What's up, Patrick?
It's prehistoric out there, man. Like it is prehistoric out there. It's thick. thick.
Danny said I had to Google how to spell that shit.
It's thick. And then that Spanish moss, like, looks like hair. Like
It could be mistaken for
bullshit.
up
Forget
in the
about it.
distance.
I just kept playing like
In the tree
scenarios.
line.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
just I could see how you could like over and over again think you see something.
Mistakes.
Mistake something or like even and then I was looking at there was a bunch of Spanish moss at the top of a tree at one point. Really piled up. And I was thinking like even if you had a thermal, like that spot would be super hot.
Because it's at the top of the tree.
Rest, it's blocking out the rest of the stuff. It would like collect, and you might think there was like something huge up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And be like, oh,
Yep.
it's tricky shit, man. It's tricky shit out here, but it's cool. Like it's a challenge.
A little different than upstate New York, right?
Yeah. The woods are completely different. Yeah. It's like
It's more jungle.
it's very like
And we haven't even gotten into it yet.
you have this Like you have trees because you have trees that are in the water, and then like you have to like get through layers just to get to the
Tree line.
just to get to like the swamp, and then to the tree
Then
line.
to the-
There's
yeah.
more shit, and then there's like palms and like yeah. I mean, you could definitely tell like at one point Stevie pointed out like a huge slide or something. You could,
something big came
something
through.
big barreled through it, and you could
Yeah.
see because it's
The
like,
grass was broken and bent.
it's
and
like destroyed.
it was straight from the top tree line on down. I mean, you know, the edge there. Yeah, you could definitely tell something huge came through there. It was bigger than a gator. I would.
I just drove the boat. I didn't hit it close to 10.
But there's.
I don't
mean,
believe that, Moggs.
there's so much of that. You know, those canals and being back there that you can look and see where something came in, but it's like where would it go? Because you can't. It's so thick. It's just so thick you can't see through it. You can't see how.
All you see is the channel that you're in until you get up on top of like a turnoff or something that goes into the woods, or there's another channel that goes that way or that way, or you know, it's just so thick.
It gets so dark and so black back the further you look back.
It's just cool as hell.
Yeah, it is cool. It is
I
cool.
love taking people through that canal.
It is cool.
I mean, the water's so shallow you can see the big fish. You can see fish in the water, but you can't really stop the fish because you don't want to get stuck back there.
Right, that one canal was tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but that was the one that was the entrance to
To
the
the trail ride.
trail park.
Right. Well, yeah. It's
But it was like a mile.
Yeah, I know, but I was surprised it was so long to get in.
I told you, I was like, look back at the entrance to where we came in. It just looked like it was a mile away.
it was, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
It was.
You know, the depth finder is a definite must to tell me down
Sure.
at 2 feet of water.
But yeah, but
Trimming up the motor just so we don't hit the bottom.
I don't know how that turn around.
I told you.
I don't. Yeah.
But I put the prop in the mud, turn it
I saw that just for a second, though. I mean, not long. Not long at all.
Well, it sounds like you guys are having a good time at least.
I was watching
Oh,
that,
yeah.
and I was watching the spiders on the branch sticking out that I was slowly drifting towards.
That was when I went to turn around. There was a branch hanging down in front of the boat. When it
There
hit
was
the
three
branch.
big spiders, one on top of the other, on that one stick that was sticking out closest to me.
Well, thank you guys for letting me test out StreamYard and make sure that I wasn't going nuts. I got to get back to the laptop. I did some 360 today, and it has taken forever to process it. So it'll be posted tomorrow, though.
That's cool. I look forward to seeing it.
Absolutely. Because you know that the one I saw that you did on that mountain was just that was cool as
Oh,
hell.
I gotta look at it. That's cool.
This is going to be better. And anything with 360 in the title will have the up, down, and all around feature.
Control.
So
Yeah. That's the
all right,
best.
I'll be listening. So thank you guys again.
Good to see you, Jim.
Our pleasure, man.
Good to see you, bro.
Thanks for popping on, man. It was great. Great to have you. Always is. But yeah, check out Jim's channel because he puts out some good stuff.
Yeah. I never get notifications for anything.
I never do either. I've
It's
said
like
that for years.
he
I never
was,
go.
yeah, because I was literally sitting next to you yesterday, and you were like, so and so's live, so and so's live, and I'm like,
That's only because I was
I'm
scrolling.
looking at my shit, but I'm like, damn.
I would have never known. I was just looking.
The laptop is different too, though. I noticed my laptop responds better to like what's going on, like than my phone. I don't know why.
Patrick says I had an armor reservist tell me about his experience with orb on closed fed land he was guarding.
You should come on and talk about
No, that was well, yeah.
it.
Patrick could talk about it.
Yes. I don't know what kind of board. What did it look like?
You know, it's fine. I've seen orbs, but I don't know. They don't thrill me. I mean, I'm curious like what the hell they were. The one I know was a spirit orb, but
Sometimes
I want to know what those
the
lights
two
are
in
out
the
of
woods.
the
I don't know what the hell they were.
there's been occasions where, yeah, like sometimes you definitively, like for some reason you can definitively say like, oh, like I don't know why, but for some reason sometimes you can connect them to something, and other times it's just like a mystery. They're just mysterious as lights or orbs or whatever the case may be.
No, I think it's woo, but it's what I'm about to say. But I really don't care. You know, I thought because when I got to this property, I was staying there. I put it out there. Hey, I'm here to learn. I mean, no harm, no nothing. You know, good intentions. Blah 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 blah. I put this whole thing out there. Put it mentally, and then I put it verbally.
Okay.
And then it was the next night that these two orbs show up.
Yeah.
So my thought was they were coming to check me out.
Of course, I couldn't agree more. I mean, it's how it's.
And, but that was it. They
Mhm.
just came in, and one went that way, one went that
As
way,
soon
and
as they came in, they were gone. Right?
they flashed out. You know, I saw them come below the tree line. That's what freaked me out. I was thinking, oh, it's a drone at first, and then
The way
no,
it
they
came
came
in
the
through
way
the
they came
trees.
below the tree line and
Yeah.
split up, and I was just like, oh shit. I pulled out the voice recorder and started recording that way, but it didn't. The phone, something was wrong with the phone, and it wouldn't save the recording. So
Of course not.
but that freaked me out. Like I was just like,
Oh,
Catches you off guard.
That was the first thing that happened today. I like when I was like, oh, we were planning to go out, and I got a thing and said like, we can't process your payment for like my storage. So we're like, look, and I'm like, okay, like, there's no reason why this should be happening. You know what I mean? But it just won't do it. So it's like, it's in my phone storage. Luckily, I have enough space right there, but it's like it's not going to back up. So if I like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just hoping.
I think it when it wouldn't save the recording, it said something about something not being seeded, SD card, or something was not. It wasn't properly logged in, so it didn't record.
It's amazing how it happens.
Right?
Abs, what's up? Abs 0303. Good to see you. It's been a while. NAC, how's it going, man? Good to see you, David. See if I missed anybody. Yeah, so we'll try and think if we're gonna get out on the boat again. I think tomorrow we're gonna get into the woods.
It's gonna be hot.
Tomorrow's it's gonna be hot. It's supposed to be like 95 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Being in the woods in the shade might not be a bad idea.
Saturday,
Maybe out
Sunday,
at all.
Monday, I gotta work, but it's not like I'm gone all day.
No, it's you running over and taking
Putting
care
them
of
out and
business. And
figure it out. We'll figure it out. As far as
We'll go check out Trout Lake.
yeah. There's right over here, just 2 miles from us. There's another lake, and actually it feeds off of this lake. And there's a little preserve over there, so
Oh, that's good.
I know Mike wants to go check that out.
It's been calling to me since like a week ago. I don't know why. Like I
That
won't.
was one of the first things you looked at, I think.
It pulled me in.
Yep.
Then we'll go tomorrow.
Yeah, it pulled me in. I don't know why. And most times I don't know why. Sometimes I never get an answer. Sometimes I do.
Go check it out. I remember that was the first place you sent me.
Yep. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
Huh.
But that other thing with what is it called? With the manatees or whatever? That place sounds awesome.
Crystal River.
Yes. Yeah.
Patrick says, I guess this is the story of the
Or
dude. A bright light the size of a basketball coming through the woods. His unit was dark watching it, expecting to intercept the trespasser, but it shot up in the air and disappeared when they were close.
when they were close. That's crazy.
So multiple sightings, a whole unit.
Yeah, it's not just one person.
Well, welcome back, Feisty Kitty. Oh, this is that weird black orb with the gold lights inside. I was telling you about my one freaked me out.
Yeah. Yeah, her and I had orb encounters too. Like, there was one up in the mountains that was huge. I don't know how to categorize it. Neither one of us do. It was massive. Came down onto the mountain, like where the tree line, where the like skyline meets the mountain, like powered up, like slowly just disappeared, like it was nothing. But it was massive, like you would think like there was like somebody's house just turned on, like, you know what I mean? Like it was. We have footage of it somewhere. We have. I think I was handing her my night vision. Like, do you see that shit? And like we kept going. I was like trying to film it.
You were seeing it through the night vision?
That too, yeah. That's cool, yeah. And I thought maybe it was this other house, so that's why I pulled out the night vision, and we could see that house. All their light. There was only one house on that hill, and all its lights were off, but we could see the blue TVs like on in their house. Like it was coming up as like two blue squares in their house. You know what I mean? So like, and they had this huge house, and it was all cleared out. It wasn't that. Like, it wasn't that. And still don't know what that was.
Grads, get better, man. Heal.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. So
Right.
Sharon, I'm stuck home after 3 operations on my heart in 5 days.
Oh man.
Jeez, buddy.
Prayers.
That's
Yeah,
sure.
prayers for
sorry to hear that. Hope it helps.
Patrick says, I'm tired and it's not my story. We hired this guy and he is credible. Never seen it or, but I believe him.
I think he was answering Sharon. She told him,
No, come on. Yeah. See, this is what I saw.
Yeah.
That said, I had an electric blue baseball-sized orb in our house when I was 5. 47 now. It came in my bedroom and came right up to my face. I felt like it was scanning me. Mine was the same color. It was in a house. It came out of the bathroom, right in front of the bed, and that I was laying in. Went past my feet, foot of the bed, and then just faded out. It was weird.
It's cool. I wonder how much shit I must have like just missed because I just didn't know about anything.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it, but I know that was a spirit orb because 2 people had been killed in that house that I was living in. And I did. This is kind of weird. Anyway.
That was the Woodstock house was like that.
You hear people walking and
Oh.
no one in there.
All night. I think it was my kids all the time. I'd be like,
Growing
up?
Growing
Yeah,
up
like,
at the
who's
house
up?
they grew up in.
Who is up? Like, and then you know, like don't go down the stairs because the gate locked. I opened, you know, because they were little. And like, there'd be nobody there. Like you could hear them come up and down the stairs, like just.
So I've never heard
I've heard it. I remember when I was a kid, me and my sister sharing a room, and we're thinking my mom's coming up the hallway, and you can clearly hear feet shuffling on the carpet, and there's nobody.
It was to the point where
The house is dead silent. My mom's been in bed for hours, and we're just in there terrified of what's going to come through the door. You know, hearing steps. I mean, that happened often, a few times.
I just like I don't. I mean, like in that house, there was that experience with the orb, and then downstairs, something in the living room. Like I walked to the doorway of this living room and just got freaked out. Like I was so scared that I got pissed off.
Yeah, I remember you telling me.
Yeah.
I get
And there was
that.
nothing in there.
I
It
get
wasn't-
that.
there
I
was-
get that.
But it felt like there was something in there, and I just get that primal fear, and that really pissed me off. And I was just like, "Come on, motherfucker!" And I stepped back out of the room, and it was fine. But it was just weird. I challenged it. I didn't like. It was weird.
Yeah.
That's why if I see something in the woods, I'll probably get my ass kicked from it. Come on, mother! Punched in the face mid-sentence.
fucking rock.
But,
Notice I've had a power cut. Gonna have to go to save my battery. Call you later, Mike.
Okay. Okay.
Good to see you, Elena.
the electric blue one, and then
Always goes in.
my vision became its vision, and I could see the surface of my brain.
You'll probably get a rock thrown.
Grass says I woke up once with two somebodies standing at my foot of my bed. They looked at each other, then faded out from the bottom up.
Oh, wow. That's sketchy too. What you just said was like, but it kind of. When I took this guy, he wanted to go out, and I was like, "You sure?" I'm like, so we were at Overlook Mountain at Magic Meadow, right at the edge, in the woods. We weren't in that Magic Meadow, but right at the edge. So it's like 3,500 feet above Woodstock, basically, like on this mountain. Like it's the middle of winter and it's downpouring. Nobody's out. The fires are all going now, like good canopy, and lit up nice. And he's like, "Oh man, do you hear that? Do you hear that?" Like there was so much shit going on at the edge of the light. And I'm like, "Yeah, they're out there, whatever." So I'm like, "Watch this." I'm like, "Here, just watch this shit." Right? So I take an apple because I had him like pierced all over the place and high up, all these. But I was like, "Watch." I threw him, and you hear it smash a tree and explode, and then hit the ground, and then we're standing about 5 feet apart. Now these rocks just landed at our feet and dead stopped at our feet. Like the way they were launched in, they should have like right? Like
They just stuck.
they just just dead stopped right at our feet. I was like, he just looked at me like, okay. Like, it was that was the start of a lot of things. Long night. He was out of there at sunrise. Gone. Gone. I heard him packing up. I was dead asleep. Like his night was so like it was what he wanted, but it was terrifying at the same time. Like that mixed emotions.
Well, that's the whole thing. Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
You can't go back. You can't unsee it. You can't.
Well, night adventures are not the way you start necessarily, like especially overnight ones, where you can't just pick up your shit and go, and you can't especially at night. It was hard for us to get out of there the next day, in the daytime, and the rain had slicked everything out, and I kept falling, and I That was the day I ended up at the monastery, and I was covered in mud, and I kept getting like visions like throughout the weekend or whatever that I was like supposed to play a drum or like hit a drum, and like so I bought a drum.
I remember when you did.
And I was like hitting it everywhere, but it just didn't feel right. And then I went in that place like covered in mud, and one of the monks handed me a there was a gong. That gong was the size, like of a freaking truck. And like and it was the 5th day of a peace ceremony. They got people praying everywhere. I don't know what I'm doing in this place. No idea. But they give me it for whatever reason. I hit that, and it like echoed like it was so powerful. That thing, so powerful. But for whatever reason, there's more to it. I'm going to get more into it, but it's kind of personal. But yeah, it was like something I needed to do. But
Jay Fritz, welcome.
I
No, that's cool. Being able to just ring one of those things.
it was, yeah, it was.
She's all good.
Patrick Vaughan said, disembodied footsteps were common in the haunted house I grew up in. I don't deal with that kind of stuff anymore. The real phenomenon is that it's a widely experienced throughout the world.
It's true.
Yes.
Jay says, scan me, no brain to be found. Fly away. There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Right.
Listen to Sharon Guy, people. Hit that like button. Yeah, so guys, I keep putting the link in chat. Anybody want to click that link, pop on, come on. Say hey,
Come here.
hi, what's up?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, you don't.
There you go.
Grasshopper says he's disembodied right now. I bet.
Right.
I hope you all get a Bigfoot at 10 foot broad daylight.
To have a staring contest with.
I wasn't ready when it happened to me. Sure not ready. Thought I was. Thought I was. Yeah, sure wasn't.
Yeah, no, I think I'm ready, and I'm sure I'm wrong.
I don't
We'll
think
find out.
Yeah, I mean-
hopefully one day.
no.
But I'm willing to,
You guys are.
experience it.
It's a prime habitat, like just in general. It's perfect. It's just hot. It's hard to dial in when it's that hot. Like,
Yes.
it's really hard to like.
It is. It's hard to think.
Yeah.
It's the air is so thick. It's just hard to get your thoughts together.
Christy says, "LAB, you have to say that like Joey off of Friends."
Yeah. Oh, he was from New York, I think.
Yep.
Or when it was supposed to be, at least.
We all
What was
were.
that? Matt LeBlanc? No, that was Snow. Who was that?
Matthew LeBlanc.
Yes.
You know, he's in the Bigfoot, that guy, actually.
Oh yeah.
I believe, I don't want to go and say he had an encounter sighting, but I don't remember the depth of it. I just know there's a connection with him and Sasquatch. I just don't remember to what degree. I'd have to look into it.
So Jay, since you're here
But you're here.
and Mike's here, we got to get together.
Yeah, get over here.
Yeah,
Since you're here, get over here.
Get over here. Wait. 10 minutes from now, you'll hear
I'm
knock at
thinking
the
if we're
door.
gonna be in the area tomorrow, if we're gonna stay local,
Okay.
maybe do a pallet. We're gonna be going by there. Maybe we'll grab some lunch or something. We got to get together, Jay.
For sure.
What air conditioning? We'll make sure they got big chairs.
The cozy chairs.
Yeah. This one's good. They don't make them like this anymore. This chair, I like this one.
I
just
can lean back
close it.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that spring to it.
Yeah.
It's one of those old '80s dining room chairs.
They don't
It
make
doesn't have
legs.
legs.
They don't
It's
make them like
it's
that.
The metal
Right.
frame.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good as gold.
I think I bent one of them. I know I bent
Yes.
one of them.
Good.
I don't remember how I did it. Like I was getting up or something. I had too much. I
Yeah.
pushed down on it to get up from it.
You're a giant.
Backrest and just
You're a giant.
Right.
I'm like a compact car compared to you.
How do you think I feel?
not that.
Well, no.
Oh, I said it the other day. Or when I met Tex, he was like, he told me, he said, I guess do that. Looking at you on
Called him
I
scrawny.
thought you were scrawny.
I died as he's looking up, saying it to him.
He's like, you're a big boy.
I was just sitting there cracking up.
I was scrawny when I was 11.
I think that's what you said.
13. Yeah. No, I didn't
I know.
peak out as far as height goes until
How about mason jar or the haystack?
I don't know about the haystack. We haven't been there yet.
I don't know what the haystack is.
It's got to be restaurants.
Serves until
Mason jar
2,
we've
though.
been to. They're
Haystack serves until 2. Only until 2. Then probably breakfast, brunch, lunch.
yeah, I'm down for the mason jar. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday, so it's what time does the all you can eat fish start there?
We're gonna go earlier.
Because I can
You know, we went-
eat the fish if it's big.
All you can eat
It
fish.
is. It's a fish fry.
It's a fish fry.
All you can eat fish.
Jesus. How much, like, what kind of fish? You can eat a lot of
Is
fish.
it catfish?
I don't know if it's catfish or it was just like cod or.
I think it was catfish.
But yeah, they bring in
Fried.
they bring in the.
That's what I had, I
don't know
think.
if it was catfish. I don't remember.
I thought that's what I had.
Yeah, they'll bring you a few fillets and some French fries or whatever they bring with it and coleslaw, and then they'll
Yeah,
like
yeah.
any more fish.
Oh yeah,
They'll just-
but if you're not eating the bread, you could slam some fish. Like, I mean,
You bake.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
you could tear
They
them
have-
up. and eat
What is
them.
it? It's baked, grilled, or
Or
blackened,
blackened.
fried,
yes.
grilled, or
Fried, grilled,
blackened.
and black.
So I'll be doing grilled or blackened.
I thought it was
Haystack
catfish.
is really good. Middle of Umatilla. To look it up. But either way, we're gonna if we do the
Yeah, I mean,
the trout.
we've done a lot, but we haven't done anything.
Done anything? No, we
Fucked around, yeah.
saw some shit, but we
Yeah.
didn't get in the woods yet.
No, but it's fucking hot. I'm sorry, but like, that's what it boils down to.
I told you.
Yeah.
We tried to warn you.
Yeah.
Don't you leave your pants at home?
We told them, don't bring any pants. Just be
Long
sure to be
pants.
good.
We're talking
What did
long
he do?
pants.
Wear his long, pair of long pants.
I got more. I got
On the
more
way here,
pants
on the
too.
plane.
He
I got-
shows up in long pants.
I brought a hoodie on that flight too, just in case. It was a thin one though. I was so pissed because my method is I had a middle seat, right, and I'm like, oh, whatever. Like I knew I was getting middle seat. I'm like, all right. So I have this method where like I fold down the tray and I put shit over my head and like I have a pillow and like I fold my arms and I just disappear for the flight. The tray is now this big. This big.
His method went
You're
out.
gonna have to hold your phone.
It fits a can and a little
And a bag
tiny
So you get a cup holder
a
now.
glass this big with ice is what it fits. Ding ding. That's it.
So you roll it down. Oh, how cute. But that ain't gonna work.
No, I was pissed. And then the guy next to me like was dead and I couldn't get up. But anyway, it was a quick flight. It's the process. The whole process
It sucks.
getting on and then getting off. Orlando Airport is massive. And
Like
then
you
there
have
was
to get from the plane, you have to take a
A train, yes.
Yeah,
To the
yeah,
terminal.
like a train. Well, you got
From the gate to the terminal, you gotta take a train.
There was like an Outback Steakhouse I walked past at
Yes,
one point, and I'm
it's
like,
a city in there.
I was out of it. I was like, wait, I'm like, is it? There was like fountains and
Yeah.
shit, and then and then I
It's
thought,
like a
and
whole
then
city
they
in
have,
there.
they have a whole section that looks, it's like a fake hotel. It's got balconies
It's
and
not
doors
fake.
and windows and shit.
It's not. No, there's a hotel. In
Oh well, whatever. But I was just it's like,
Yeah, it's an actual hotel.
there was a herd of people following me, and I was like, I don't know where I'm going. Like,
Following the wrong person.
Yeah.
I'm
Following the wrong
lost
guy.
too. And just walking faster.
and then there was one guy who was like, I live here, and we were like, yes. He just booked it. And we
I'm
were
in
like,
locker 4 over there.
but then I got on the elevator with two guys and 3 guys or whatever, and they were like, and they went down. It was like car rentals, and we're in the tunnels, and I'm like, shit, this ain't right. I'm like, I gotta go back up. So I'm back up to like 3rd floor or whatever. I don't know. Atlanta airport's huge too. I had the same.
Atlanta's horrible.
I had the
don't-
same problems.
Yeah,
You gotta take trains there too.
you do.
And luckily,
And
it
their
was
trains are worse than
Yeah,
Orlando.
way worse.
God, yeah.
getting to the airport
I spent the night in
was
Atlanta.
simple. You know, it
Airport.
was quick there. We got turned around on the way back. Had to turn around, and it was a good ride. You know, because I don't like airports. We were on the line for arrivals, and that's where you pull up. But there was so much traffic, and then there's a line right there that nobody's using. And I looked at parking. I'm like, why are we? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Drove in.
Yeah, I didn't
Traffic.
expect. Yeah, I didn't expect you guys to be inside. That was cool.
It was way easier.
Then we're inside. Are we gonna recognize him? And I look. And I
Turn
see
around. I'm like,
Oh,
there it is. So you're coming from way over.
Command the room. Yeah, yeah, that's fun. I saw you guys standing from a ways off.
It's funny, we were standing there and there's nothing to do but look around. And standing there, and I just saw a sign flash. If you see a bag, standing by
see
itself,
something.
say something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I turned around and there was a girl sitting there eating some food, and she got up and there was bags there. There was a bag there, and I was like, "You see that?"
I hate that shit.
I'm like,
I hate that.
She looked at the sign, looked at the bag, looked at the sign,
yeah,
and said,
like,
"Oh, come on."
Yes. I was like, "Come on."
But then she came back and
Yeah, she came back a few minutes later. I'm like,
then
"Who
she
does
turned
that?"
around and
You
there's
just
another
walk away.
abandoned bag.
Yeah, as soon as I turned, when that girl came back and I saw she got her stuff, as soon as I turned around, there's another bag. That's when I was like, "Oh, come on."
What's up, Pammy? Good
Hey,
to see you.
Pammy. It's like, come on.
Patrick says, someone hit the link and pick on Mike. The Mason jar is open all day, closes at 8, and he doesn't know what time they do the all you can eat. Probably 4 or 5.
Probably 4 or 5.
I'm gonna be good. Come on. Maybe you guys want to.
We'll figure it out.
Why? What do you think?
She said, "You talking to me?"
I've never been to Atlanta.
It sucks.
Oh,
You're not
yeah.
missing anything.
Well, you're talking
No, you're right.
when you were a soldier, right?
No. This is when I was flying up
Because
to see my dad. I got stuck in Atlanta airport because of a storm. It diverted us that way, and I was there overnight. It is.
I've slept all over that damn place.
Me too. I ended up in the big center mass circle of
Oh, chaos.
yes
Chaos.
on that round.
The chaos.
Yes,
The round circle of shit. Chaos.
there's this giant pillar in the middle of the airport.
It's
Like,
it. I've
it's
slept on
huge.
top of. I
It's like
slept
the
on.
size of
I went.
4 houses.
It was so busy. I climbed up and slept under that tree in the pillar, and the guys climbed up there with me with their duffel bags. And
I was
we
on the
slept
bench
in a-
part.
3 of us,
I
and then
was-
there was bench people
Yes,
sleeping
I
on
was
it.
on the bench part.
People sleeping on it. We had tiers of people sleeping, and
Yes.
Just-
you
you just get to the point where you're
No,
like, get
it's-
away from me, like
you
like,
get
there's
screwed and
people
stuck
everywhere.
there, and there's nowhere to go. Everything
Nowhere.
is hallways
The
and
USO
and
There was
you
a
get
USO
walks.
upstairs, and it was packed. And then It was packed. There was bunk beds and there was people like sleeping on.
And you go out on the street and you're like, I want to go back inside.
Yeah.
It's sketchy out there. It is. I
had a few sketchy train stations travel.
I went out to smoke a cigarette and there was a homeless person sleeping in the one section where they have marked off to smoke. And if you're not in that section to smoke, comes out of nowhere, like, smoking over there. But yeah, there was a homeless person in the one that I was next to, and I'm like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
You know?
I had a layover in Maryland once, I think, and I took. I was like, screw it, I'll get on this like light rail thing, and I met up with somebody in Baltimore, and I had a few hours, and he took me around, but that was bad too. Like there was just points where I'm just thinking it's like a nice place.
There's points in Baltimore you don't go in.
Right, and I didn't. Luckily, it was like my aunt's friend or something, but I was I finally called him, I'm at this stop and I'm gonna get off, and he's like, don't.
Yeah,
He's like,
no
don't do that.
No shit.
I'm like, all right.
Patrick says, I like the moving walkway. Felt like I was in the Matrix movie.
They have one in Orlando where you got off the elevator and you said the hallway and it looked kind of sketchy. If you go down, there's this long walkway that leads to the parking lot, and there's the moving floor elevator or
There's
whatever.
always that person that stands there and
Yeah.
leans up, or two people that stand next to each other and block it.
Yeah.
Everyone else
so
is
you
trying.
can't
Everyone
walk
else
with
is trying
it.
to haul ass and get walk faster.
Yeah.
But you have those people that just actually ride it.
Just want to block.
And they're just like.
I'd ride it.
I have.
I would just fuck it, what's it here for? Just to get me faster through, yeah.
When I was on R&R from Afghanistan, I had just spent 8 months or whatever it was, 9, 10 months. I took R&R really late, and after walking on rocks in the desert for so long and boots. When I got on the U.S. soil, I was cruising, I'm being on flat ground, and I was so fast. So I remember getting on that thing, and just Michael Jackson moonwalking, going so smooth. It was like a ride to me at that point. That's
Jay says, you guys go into the woods. Will 5 p.m. give you time to cool off, clean up, and get to the mason jar? After 6 p.m., it gets really busy.
That's his way of y'all don't come smelling and stanky.
Yeah,
Straight out of the woods.
we don't want you fresh out of the swamp.
No.
And we can always go out in the woods in the evening too.
After. Yeah.
We can always do an evening thing.
We can. That's definitely.
But we can
That
we'll
sounds
go,
better,
I think we
actually.
can go over, check out this trout
Okay.
Yeah.
park.
I think so.
Because you can't go in there after dark.
We could always do it at opening or some shit. If it opened at 7 a.m. or some shit.
Sure.
You
Sure.
It'll open.
I like the
Good
idea of
hours.
eating dinner and then maybe heading into Ocala somewhere.
Yeah.
We can.
No, that would make sense because this way we can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way.
All right, Jay. We'll meet you there
It
at the
takes
mason
Jay
jar.
to
at 5.
plan our day.
We're gonna do an early bird special.
You want
No,
to order for us?
All right.
Where people eat dinner at 4. Florida.
Hey, how is Janet? Is she up for?
Bye,
I hope
Jane.
she's up
Thanks for everything, Jane.
Jane, good night.
Good
Good
night,
to see you.
Janet.
Laser says they close at 8. So if we should go.
Welcome to Florida.
Welcome to Florida, Mike.
Well, we went to try to go to the supermarket, and it's everything. I googled stuff, and it's everything was closed. 9 o'clock, everything was shut down.
We went to Winn-Dixie and had to how did you describe it?
Supermarket. What's that show?
Supermarket sweep.
Yeah,
We had to split up. He went one way. I went the other.
I didn't go with
He's
them.
like, you
I
don't
didn't
need that. I'm
do
like,
it.
yeah, just fucking put it in. You gotta take this and then
I said, this is what
The
happens
store
when
will
I
be
send the
closed
guys
in
to the
10
grocery.
minutes.
they did it twice. They literally, the girl took me to another, like, they were taking people at the,
Courtesy counter.
yes, because they wanted us out. They were like waiting, like all of them.
I don't know. What time did we get? I don't know. Was it after 9 when we got to the register? I think it was just a little before.
It was
I think.
no, it was a little before 10. We
What-
got in
what
the
is-
store at
10.
like 9.
Nine,
Close
yeah.
to 10.
Yeah, we got
y'all
in there
got
at
there
like
probably about
9:40.
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because it was like 1:45 when I went to lay down. So,
Yeah.
so that's what happens when you send the guys to the store.
Because once I got in there, I was like, I felt under pressure. I didn't get shit. I mean, I got what you wanted
My
because you
stuff.
gave me a list,
Yeah.
and I was, yeah, I'll pick this up.
Yeah. Well, we were
And then
all,
I get in there, I'm like,
I
I don't know what to buy.
What?
Well, we have a rack of ribs and a steak.
well, it's difficult because you're like doing that,
Your diet.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still doing a diet. Whatever. Kind of keto based. No carbs, no sugar.
Meat and salad and veggies and
This is what's the date? The 11th. So it's going. I've almost completed week 6. Thereabouts.
It's tough, man.
It's boring. It's not
Yeah.
tough.
well, it's tough when you try to go grocery shopping and you're not
It is.
sure.
Well, if I had more time, if it was 9 o'clock in the morning, I would have been like, oh, yeah, I can take my time.
We'd be there until 9 o'clock at night.
So, I couldn't play Supermarket Sweep because I'd freeze up in the aisle. I'd be like, I don't know.
What do we do?
Clean up in aisle 4.
Goodens and Rex came in.
Rex, how are you? Good Auto, good to see you.
I like this better because I can't see my head when I have the chat. I have to look at
You don't have to
myself.
look at yourself.
Yeah, I like it better. On the laptop, it's different. It's like-
Bobby says it's hot in
Get over
here.
to the side.
yeah.
It's hot everywhere, Bobby. It's miserably hot.
Rex says, Stevie, try to keep Mose and Mike out of trouble.
They're just gonna keep me out of trouble then.
We're screwed.
Just saying.
Yeah, it's just like he's trying to keep both of us out of the water.
Yeah,
We're
right.
like,
Put your legs in.
yeah.
I said, I ain't fucking jumping in again. The last time we were out on that boat, she lost a leg.
Sitting in the spot where you were at, Mike.
Lost my mind about it. That's just 98.
Blazer.
Yeah, I can't see his new little picture.
What was that? Oh,
To have it.
8-ball bear.
Yeah,
That's what it looks like. It looks like an 8-ball. But
that's a big.
Choo-choo. Legs.
Gary says,
oh, we were talking about the diet, the stupid fucking diet. I started at 246.
All right, baby.
The day I started this, I was 246. A couple hours ago, I weighed myself. I'm down to 223.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'll go another couple weeks and see how I feel, and
That's chaos. I weigh more than you right now.
you
Well, at
probably
least-
weighed more than me before too.
I weighed when I went in for my routine, whatever it was, supposedly routine checkup, but it's been like 4 years. Yeah, yearly checkup or whatever. And they put me on the scale, and when it said 250, I was like, no, like, there's no way, Like, I'm used to being like 220, 225 at the most, whatever, but
I used to hang there too, right at 220,
yeah.
225 for the longest time.
Rick said every pound is a win, Mills.
Indeed, I feel good. Like I said, the reason I really got my knees were bothering.
Yeah.
And within the first 10 pounds, my knees didn't bother me. So, I blame it on the vid, because once that hit, I went back to comfort food and just
I think everybody
pigged
did.
out. She's seen me eat like
Yeah.
sweets. To walk away from that was
Well, like winter, and then summer comes, and you start putting on like your summer clothes, and like seeing yourself in different, like dang.
I'm not that vain.
You know what I mean? But like you see, like at least for myself, like I saw myself.
Oh yeah, no, you know.
So
I look and I'm like, oh, geez, I look like hell.
Started getting in the pool and shit, and I just swim.
But I'll lose it the last place where I want to lose it first, and that's in my gut.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's gonna. That'll be there
That's where it
till
lingers.
the very last, But it'll go away. Gooden says, "You going skunk ape looking LIB?"
Yeah, always. Yeah, it's really like I was saying earlier. It's just really really hot during the day, and it's hard to like dial in. Today we were on a boat and we did like exploring, but it's like
To get out there and walk, it's almost impossible.
Yeah,
today.
I see why people go into Ocala probably because like if you're not using trails here, it's pretty much impossible to navigate
In the
anything.
summertime,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's so thick and dense, like jungle. Yeah, like jungle.
Yeah, people don't realize.
It's
that.
a very
It's difficult in the fall when everything that's gonna fall is dropped. Even then, it's difficult. You
Oh,
have
fall,
vines.
yeah.
You have
well,
vines and
things
shit.
like vines and palms don't.
The palm fronds
yeah,
don't bend.
they
They
don't-
The live oaks, they green all year.
Yeah.
They'll drop leaves, but they grow
Pine
them right
needles.
back.
The pines drop pine needles, but yeah, there's
It came to me. Hi.
Yeah,
if anything
it stays
falls,
there.
it buries the vines. It doesn't kill them. It just buries them. You can't see them, and that's where I trip all over the damn place.
Why it's so hot.
Yeah, Mike and Maya finally kissed me,
Well, I told him all he had to do is give her belly rub,
was it.
and that was it.
or a rib bone.
Right?
I didn't give her anything.
Just some belly rubs.
I'm trying not to. Well, having a service dog, one of the main things I had to teach him was not to take food from people. And then it was hard to teach him how to do it with like just the best stuff. So he like he does it, period. So now like people will go to give him something and they're like, oh, he doesn't like me because he just turns his head. Yeah. Like most dogs, you give them something and they're like, they just take it down.
Well, that's Maya sometimes. She doesn't always.
She took a little piece.
She'll turn her head if she doesn't want it.
Michelle says, I gave up drinking Cokes all day and lost 8 pounds in the first week.
Yeah, I'll do it.
And it's something simple like, it's just making a change.
Yep.
A conscious change and sticking to it. You have to stick to it. Give it a good, effort. Because you will get results. Something as simple as, it's not simple, especially sugar, but there's sugar in everything. Like I walk down any aisle in the supermarket and it's all sugar. I'm just, holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's America.
We're slaves to that shit.
It's America.
America.
Sugar.
I understand why people become a dentist in this country.
Right.
Jay says, wait till you see some of the
Well, that's what
undergrowth
I'm talking about.
in Ocala Forest. Yeah.
I think Patrick was saying they moved.
2 a.m. to daylight there this time of year.
That's what I was thinking, like middle of the night shit.
Well, that's why I said after dinner.
Yeah.
I got to work Saturday morning, so
Okay. We'll make it work.
what time is it's right here somewhere.
Oh, your tablet?
Yeah, I don't know what time the first boat goes up. Saturday.
It's over here, I think.
Danny says, read the package. Some vegetables are loaded with added sugars. I do fresh vegetables as far as like I'll buy this bag of broccoli, cauliflower, carrot mix, and steam.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Steam vegetables. Yeah.
That's what we bought yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
We bought a bag of it.
Yeah.
That stuff was really good.
Or I'll do salads. You know, I kind of got away from it a little bit. I was heavy into it at first and then just kind of backed up.
That one salad I wanted was sold out. I was pissed. It's called like a Caesar salad in a bag, and it's like just a kit.
Yeah.
It's got everything inside the bag, and then you open it. So what I do is I cut the top very thinly, and then I take everything out, and then I pour it, you know.
Eric, what's up?
I pour it back in, all the ingredients, and I
Dump it all back in the
and I
bag.
shake the shit out of the bag. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I pour it into my bowl, you know. And then otherwise, I used to dirty 2 bowls because I would like
Dump it in one.
put it in a bowl and then take another bowl, put it on top, and try to shake it like that.
Just before we went to the before we got on the boat, we stopped at a drive-thru real quick. I let those guys order, and I didn't order a damn thing.
Nothing.
I was like, looked them like there's
It's the
nothing. I can
first
eat
time
here.
I've ever been in the drive-thru at the.
I didn't order
You didn't order
You're better
anything.
off.
I went to no, I don't know because I went to the freaking 7-Eleven and bought a salad.
Salad that way.
I got a
It
grilled
was
cheese.
questionable.
I got a grilled cheese. I was like, oh, let me eat light. So I go to the kids menu. I'm like, I'm only gonna grilled cheese, just the sandwich, right? Being all bougie, and it's microwaved.
It was. When I pulled it out of the bag, I was like,
That shit
Right,
went like
take
this.
it.
It was kind of soft.
That shit went like this. Oh no!
well, I
Like,
couldn't find it at first because it was like lined on the side of the bag. So when I reached my hand in, I couldn't find it.
Dan
I
says,
thought
I'm
that
going
my
to get
chicken
vegetables
strips-
from the local produce place. I haven't found the local produce place
My
yet.
chicken strips and fries from there
I
were
don't
pretty good. Sorry.
Found a butcher that, well, she had found it. I'm going to go check that out.
Yeah. They're a small place, and there's another one that's supposed to be nearby somewhere here in Eustis. I haven't found that one yet. There's 2 of them.
Woodstock Meats was amazing. They had this like, you know, they had everything on display, but they always had something aging in the bag, and I would always ask, "What do you got? Like, what do you got aging? What do you got?" And like sometimes it would be like, "Oh, we got like this," or like one. Oh my god! One time they had one that was like 28 months or some shit, and like something ridiculous, and I'm like, I don't even. I didn't care how much it cost. And like it was like expensive, you know. And I get it back, and that shit was like melting in my mouth, like
But
tasted like bacon. It was like melting like butter. Yeah, oh, it was so good. I still remember that piece of meat. We made a connection.
grilled ham, egg, and habanero cheese sandwich. Yeah, I can do the. I can do that, just not on bread.
Yeah, that's where she gets tricky.
Bobby, the
Oh
butcher-
man, Jay's making a mess in the
The
house.
butcher that we have is right down the street. I've been there. It's run by a family, and it's pretty good. They're pretty good meats there. You can ask them for whatever you want. They might give you a date or when they'll get it, you know. But
You know what his chair probably looks like right now.
oh no,
Jay says, I've been on a Cheeto kick lately. You just can't hide that from Janet. It never gets out of her fingers.
or his
Or
chair,
or
or the arm of his chair.
Cheeto
Sure.
dust.
Yeah.
Most flea markets and farmers markets have local hillbillies selling vegetables. She knows where all that stuff's at. I don't know where any of it's at.
The problem is, it's not here. If you have to go out to Mount Dora or other areas. There's not a whole lot
I
of
don't know where
media.
the hell I am.
Shit, you know where you are more than I know where I am. He researched this place before he got here.
Sure
He's
did.
like, oh yeah, dude, we gotta check out this. It's just up the street.
Well, that's what I said about
Right
Trout
on.
Lake. That was the first place you sent me before you even got here.
It was the first time I downloaded like a thing like that.
And that the app that you have is really cool for trails.
It's interesting.
It is.
It's interesting. It really gets you in.
That's what I've been talking about.
Down in
Wanting
the
something
guts.
like that for Ocala.
Well, people always told me about all trails, and it was like all trails. Like this one, I like this one.
Yeah. They keep asking you to upgrade to the paid version. You
Yeah,
don't
but
need
I
it.
don't need it.
You
Yeah,
don't.
I'm
You
like,
don't need it. They
yeah.
give you everything.
I'm like, no. I
Yeah.
thought I was gonna lose everything after 7 days.
I did too, but
thought it.
I
Yeah,
did
right.
too. I didn't
thought-
ask you about it. I just did
I
it.
thought through it, and I was like, let me see. Let me just.
And if you look at what they offer for the
True that,
upgrade,
apps.
whatever they offer for the upgraded, there's nothing
It's
more that you.
probably like just something
It's just-
simple.
Yeah, it's
like
something silly.
you get it offline.
Yeah.
like, or something.
It's like, really? That's all?
Yeah.
Heck no, I don't need none of that.
Like if you don't have
It's
signal,
so
you still
detailed.
get the app.
Otherwise, I mean, down to the how many feet wide the trail is. It's crazy.
Who owns it?
Yeah, the property
That's
that.
wild too.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
interesting.
it's almost invasive. Like
It's interesting.
All right. Jay said there's a farmer's market on Highway
44
44
in
going to
Leesburg.
Leesburg.
Yeah,
Which one's 44? Is it the one you catch over here?
that's
or-
yeah. If you go down here, you can hop on it from
Right
to
on.
the left,
So it's not-
go up 44.
right up there.
It'll take you all the way to 441. Up there near Leesburg or in
we
Leesburg.
came in on that.
We did, but it was dark.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Jay, I know exactly what you're talking about now that you mentioned it. When we were coming back from Alabama, we rode by there, and I said, "Oh, look, a flea market or a farmer's market or something
We went under the 441 too.
in the boat."
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Briefly.
we were on it too when coming across when we were driving back home.
These guys are talking about homegrown tomatoes and stuff. We have seed, but I should have started seeding early.
Early on,
And once I got to a point, I was like, I'm not going to bother with this. I'm
we'll
not
just
going to.
wait.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll wait till spring.
or whenever. I mean, we can get away with a lot because the temperate,
Yeah,
zone we're in. I don't know what, because we don't get too many frosts or
Yeah, where I'm at, like you have to you have to start a certain date. Like if you want your tomato plant to grow and like be fruitful for like a month, you have to like start a certain day. Or you buy like a cherry tomato plant that's already like this big.
Rooted, yeah.
And, like,
I see. I'm one of those guys. I got to do
Homegrown
everything from seed.
seed. Yeah,
I don't know why. It's not necessary. I can't walk into
Yeah.
like Home Depot and buy a pepper plant.
no, buy
I'll
the
buy the
seed.
pepper seeds, or
Yeah.
I will take a pepper and I will make those seeds viable by soaking them or whatever you got to do,
paper towels or whatever.
and germinate them myself.
True
Just-
botanist.
just-
yeah. It's
To me, it's more satisfying
it is.
to grow something
It
from a
is.
seed and then be able to consume
Share
it
a guy.
and enjoy it later.
Told Danny we have a field. We had 3,000 tomato plants this year.
No,
Yes. She was out there picking them.
that's a lot of gravy.
Yeah, it is. A lot of
Sorry.
gravy.
It's a lot. I used to have to make the sauce. Wow.
Thank you, Rex. Yes, in Florida, you have to fight the sand more than the temperature to grow vegetables.
I would
Absolutely right.
do all potted
It would have to be.
plants.
Yeah.
I want to do a raised garden. I've always wanted
Or
to
that.
do a raised garden. I mean, you almost have to, because if you try to grow anything in the
Oh
sand,
no, I wouldn't plant.
You
Yeah,
guys,
that's
the
what
way,
I know plants
the
planted
way you
around
guys
here.
fish, you can't put it back there. Okay, up and down, up and down. It's going back.
And we didn't catch it.
no. Haven't got a fish yet.
Nobody was catching anything though, except that
That one guy said two,
Yeah,
and he didn't seem thrilled.
you didn't.
I'm like, shit, two. Fucking A.
Yeah, he spent a lot of money on his boat.
Rex says, Sharon, that's a lot of maters. Okay, Jay fished today and used a red centipede worm. Bluegill were biting like crazy. Only caught 4 though. Hook was too big.
Only 4. That's good.
Haven't caught a fish since Alabama.
That's what she keeps saying. She's like, I haven't caught a fish since Alabama. I need to catch a
I
fish.
gotta
I
catch
think I
fish.
caught 2 since then. That's it.
That's when
Yeah, I'm gonna
I haven't really tried.
yeah, we're gonna try. Yeah, like,
Fiddled around a little.
yeah, that's
Yeah, it's not like we spent hours
No.
fishing. We
it wasn't
if we're on our way to the
It was-
laundry
It
room.
was like you guys, like there's points where you guys just fish the fish. Like we're walking back and you just fucking throw.
Oh no, I've caught a lot of fish there.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying.
I've actually
It's
caught
like
a
you-
lot there.
You're both dedicated. I'll tell you that much.
We're walking up the dock.
Any
That's
chance
my
to
job.
get that shit is. I'm just like, oh,
we'd like walk ahead of each other, try to get just so they
We're not
have
in
to
each
wait for
other's-
them or they have to wait for us, but they can we can fish.
The method.
it's like, well, we drive past a fountain. Steve's like, I'm gonna fish that shit.
No,
It's like it's like in the inner courtyard of the prison. Like,
There's gators and
gonna fish the shit out of that
Oh
hole. That puddle's mine.
oh shit.
there's a park next to the boat launch that has these ponds in it, and one pond has a fountain.
There's like 4 ponds.
There's-
it goes
there's- yeah,
all
there's
the way
ponds,
back. There's
like
like
4.
a chain of
I've
them.
never been back there.
There is, and there's the little boardwalk that goes over across it. And,
So
yeah.
supposedly there's bass in these little ponds. We just haven't fished them.
That's
I've been talking about
It's
wanting
the
to
best
fish
one.
that for the
Best.
longest time.
Kiss my bass.
Oh, you're killing me.
it's funny because it's true.
It is. Lord.
Yes. Whoever said that? Ice cold meters with salt. That's what I used to do with the cherry tomatoes too.
Salt and pepper.
With fresh
Salt and
mozzarella on top. Oh,
Forget about it.
a little oregano.
That's it. Basil
Olive
too. You
oil.
bring some. If you got a fresh basil plant too, you bring that shit in.
Zucchini.
Garlic. They.
My first wife was half Italian, half Irish. Her mom was full Italian from Italy, and that's how I got turned on to real Italian food.
Antipasta. Everything there's so many levels to dinner. It's like their shift changes. You know what I mean? It's like it's just
The
they're-
kitchen is the main
Where it's
place,
called
main-
gravy and not sauce.
Yeah.
But the kitchen is the main area of the house.
when you have
Usually.
Sunday dinner, like I don't think people know about this shit, really, but Sunday dinner is like it's an event. It's
You don't miss Sunday dinner.
no, we used to all be there.
Yes.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The table extends and
Yeah.
it becomes this huge shit, and then there's the kids' table. And
And I spent a lot of
Yeah.
holidays in Brooklyn and Staten Island.
yeah, that's when like
That's where I got turned on. That's why, like, I'll talk about fresh mozzarella or whatever, because that's how I know. That's
those are the people I'm talking about that I know that like never leave. They like, oh, I get everything right here. Like, what way to go anywhere? I get everything
And they're
right
still
here.
there
And they
right
don't go-
now.
Never left. Never left the block
No.
in their whole entire life. Like,
yeah, that's a shame to be so sheltered and live in a square mile.
Total content.
I know.
Yeah.
an understatement.
That's-
Yeah.
There's so much out there. Just
And
go
then
across the
eventually
river,
they-
you know.
They
Once-
got no
once-
interest. No, none. Everything they've known, everything they have.
The most that some
Oh,
people do, even some of the guys I know, like the Vietnam vets, like they don't. Some are snowbirds, and that's about it. They've been to like the town in Florida that they like literally go to the airport and then they go to their house in Florida and they eat at the same spot or like
Yeah.
buffet. Boom. They eat. They get to go place. They go home. Boom. That's it. Then they
That's what
do this
they know.
shit every day, over and over and over. A golden corral or whatever the case may be. And it's like I don't know. You guys are like me, explorers. Like you're like, well, what's down here? What's over there?
Yeah.
Let's just see. Like, like,
Want to see what's around the corner?
yeah.
Oh, I see this. We're cruising. We're the boat's wide open and we're on plane and we're cruising along. And I look and I see these two signs and I'm like, oh, there's an opening there. And I'm like, where do you get? And I just like,
I was like,
slow down the boat. What do you think? Should we go check it out? Fuck yeah.
oh yeah.
Super sketchy, but like in a cool way.
I have found some of the best places ever that way. You know,
But it's ballsy. You gotta be a good captain and like know what the hell you're doing.
and that's just the total confidence in him.
Yeah.
So,
I looked
like,
at you
fuck
and
yeah,
you were
let's
like,
go.
nah, he's got this shit. I'm like,
yeah.
just
Jay's
run.
got a doctor's appointment at 3 tomorrow, but he said he'll
He'll
be
be
there.
out of time tomorrow.
I'll check you out.
Danny says first wife was French Canadian. All she did was complain about how hot the South was. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, if you're used to a certain climate, you come down to something like this, it's like, ooh. I mean, I'm used to the heat, but not the heat. 12 years in Arizona spoiled.
Still can't get used to it.
Yeah. It's tough.
25 years. Can't get
Christy.
used to it.
Christy says, LAB, have you ever met Cake Boss?
Cake boss?
Cake
I
Boss.
don't think so. I know a lot of cake makers, but I don't think I've met cake boss. These people make, cakes that look like showpieces. I mean, they don't look like food.
Doesn't look
A
edible.
lot of fondant involved.
Oh no, yeah,
Too pretty.
it is. It's almost gum.
Yeah, it's fondant.
And
Yeah.
they learn how to manipulate that sugar and make it into like different. It's
Anything. Yeah.
cool. It's really cool. But
It's building material.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's really interesting. It's a whole art in itself. But my one of my cousins got into it, and she used to bring like cakes to my grandma's house and like different themes and shit, and like it's crazy. Like one time she made like it looked like a pot with meatballs and like sauce and like flowing down. It looked like a spoon was pouring and shit.
Mr. Fritz.
Hello, guys.
Oh, he's over here now.
Over here.
Over here. Over there.
I
He's right over there.
pulled on the
He's in
cover.
Oh, hold on. I can't hear a damn thing. So I lost my hearing and everything. Hold on.
What?
I can't hear crap no more.
Your ears are on the fritz.
Literally.
All right, now you
We're in business.
Now you hear us? We didn't say a thing.
nice. It would be good to see you tomorrow, Mike.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it.
Us,
We
huh?
were talking about it today, like about
Yeah.
getting in touch with you. So I'm happy you're here.
Before I came in the room, I guess I sent that thing. I just checked my phone. I got a doctor's appointment at 3:00, but I'll be out in plenty of time.
We'll work around it.
Yeah.
You look good, Jay.
Patrick says the Cheeto bandit's in the house.
Well, that's the truth. I tell you what, them darn things are addicting. I'm
Messy
telling
as hell.
Yeah, the Cheeto dust. It's
you. Yeah, they are addicting. I'm telling you.
He's got it under his nails.
But I done gained about 40 pounds. The reason I don't ever come on cam no more. I don't want everybody to see how friggin' fat I done got.
Somebody lose it.
That darn woman makes the best milk gravy. I'm telling you. Oh my God, man. Oh, I've been fishing on the little old red centipede. It's about 4 or 5 inches long, and these darn bluegill have just been. But I've been using too big of a hook. I don't have any. I'm gonna order me some little smaller hooks. And I just can't get it in their mouth. But I've been catching some nice big old bluegills. The ones I do catch.
So they're probably hitting on. They're probably hitting night crawlers.
Yeah, yeah. They would hit night crawlers, but I don't never go by none of them.
I usually go in the gas station and get them, like, get a little cup of them,
Yeah.
whatever. They got the little tiny fridges with the,
Well, right.
I got an extra fridge in the refrigerator.
There, that's
right
what I'm
now.
saying. There's some in the fridge, right? I said when we were on the boat, I said, "Damn it, I
The
forgot the worms."
last B&B.
A little bait shop right down. No, I don't know if they sell night crawlers or not. You know,
The one
Owens.
here in town,
Going down to-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Owens. Yeah.
They do.
you can get I think they even have the leaf worms, the red weavers.
Yeah.
You get more
Yeah,
red
but-
worms, but the night crawlers are so fat. They just,
They're more appetizing.
you can always cut them in pieces if you had to.
I always do. I always break them in
Yeah.
half
Yeah.
and only use a half at a time.
So have you ever? Have y'all? I don't know if y'all ever. When you come into when you're in Umatilla, the actually town of Umatilla, if you turn left there by that 7-Eleven, it says highway. I think it's. I don't know if it says Main Street. It's the road right where McDonald's is. You take a right through McDonald's to 7-Eleven. You go out there at 450. It's actually a faster way to go to the villages than going
Yes.
to
I never.
41. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And you get out there on Highway 42, and if you take a right there, when you get to 450 and you get to 42, you're actually in Ocala National Forest right there.
Okay.
And it's a really nice. It's beautiful back in there. Of course, there's nobody in that darn forest. I think we went over to what is that? Palatka.
Palatka.
We didn't see 5 cars.
No, you don't.
You just
We
don't
didn't
see nobody.
Going up
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yep.
last time we were.
Well, you drive a mile into the forest any direction, and you could be away from people for days. I mean, it's just so vast out there. So
Yeah,
there's so many forest roads. There's
Mike's going especially on Highway 42. I said, there's places there you're driving down the road down there. You can't see either side. I mean,
No.
you look to the side, you can't see up 2 feet into the woods there. It's
No.
amazing.
and it's so dark. It
Yeah.
looks so dark in there.
People don't realize how dense that.
Dense.
People think when they come to Florida, all they see is skyscrapers on the ocean. That's all they think.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's not my Florida.
I said it today. I
not-
said anybody that says that there can't be Sasquatch or skunk ape in Florida, they're crazy because
Yeah.
it's just. I mean, how could you tell? They're so.
You have to see it to
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can, or look on Google. Or,
Yeah.
All they gotta do is visit one of us, and within 6 minutes you're in woods that you can't even see into.
Yes.
It's true.
I've gotten lost in those woods in that
Well,
forest.
that's what I was trying to
lost
say,
30
like-
miles away from the campsite I was at
Yeah.
from walking, and nothing, nobody, no sounds of human life whatsoever.
You're one brave woman to camp by yourself back there.
Um,
Oh,
that was,
yeah.
but that
Just
was at
the last time you went up there.
I was at
Yeah.
that was in the forest, but that was at a campsite on
Sometimes you need a
on
campsite.
Crystal Lake.
Yeah,
Karen says it's like that here in Washington. The woods are thick.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
This is kind of a different thick because the ground cover, like you get these what are they? Palmettos,
Mhm.
and they're just so thick, and they're
Palm trees, but the palm fronds that the stalks on them are like wood. I mean, they're so it's just
It's hard to
and
explain.
everything wants to
so-
kill you. Other plants have thorns.
if you rub up against one of them, it will scratch you, and there's something in that bark or whatever it is that's an irritant to humans. So people don't realize it. Come out of the forest, cuts and scrapes, little tiny ones, and they burn and swell, and it's
Papa Craig, great to see you.
you said
If you take a left on that 42 and you go like you're going over to the villages,
Yeah,
there's a lake there called Oklawaha. It's a big, it's
Oklawaha.
not a lake, it's a river. I mean, it's a huge
yeah.
river.
Yeah.
It flows all the way to Jacksonville. Flows
But
all,
it'll go from it flows
Yeah.
into Griffin.
yeah, man, that is. I've been
If we
reading.
today when we went through
Yeah.
if we had stayed and gone through the lock,
Lock.
and straight ahead, we would have wound up in Lake Griffin. Sorry, I'm like,
I know, I
sorry,
look-
I'm invading your space.
Yeah.
But,
What were you saying? Reading.
I've been reading up a lot of the history of that river, and it's interesting. Man, that's interesting. You know.
Yeah, and
Papa Craig.
Haynes Creek was cool because I don't know if you've ever been over there, but they had like people hang birdhouses everywhere.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. Like, you know, you wonder.
And you can only do it by boat.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
You can only see them by boat. It's
Yeah.
just bizarre.
Yeah, and you wouldn't expect it because it's down the creek and it's nothing but trees on both sides, the lily pads lining the tree line, and then you start looking at the trees ahead. It's like, what's that hanging? Oh, wait, you see one birdhouse, and then it's the next
row.
mile or so. You know,
Some people put a
Both
lot
sides.
of effort into them.
yeah, they're pretty cool.
Little blue one with a tin roof.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
And a little tin
shiny,
roof
and I was like, wow, look at these
Yeah.
things.
I'm not bragging, Mike, but it's a pretty cool area to live in, isn't it? It's a cool place. It's a cool place, ain't it?
Bobby Yance was asking, what'd you think of Lake County, Mike? That was way back. I'm sorry, Bobby.
Lake County.
Yeah, this is Lake County.
This is
All,
Lake
like, all the lakes and
I love it. I mean, the explorer in me like just likes to get out and do anything.
Wanna go.
So like, yeah, like I'm definitely feeding my need, and like there's not, you know, obviously with this heat, it's like you can only go for so long and do so much. So
Oh my God.
today was key with the boat. Like we got to do so much. Like
Plus, it was overcast, so it kept the temperature down.
Oh yeah. Like last week, it was so hot, Mike. Oh my God, I thought I was going to die. But it was one of those bluebird skies. At least you've had a little cloud. Oh my God, did we get those bluebird skies?
mhm.
You might as well just go inside and stay because you cannot. I don't see how Russell does it. Stays out in that heat.
We're at.
It's
hides in the truck sometimes.
does what he has to do.
Yeah.
It's not. It sucks. Yeah, I went out there with him for like an hour. We gassed up a couple boats. So one day, like, it was just like beaming down. I was just like looking at that sun, like,
I mean, the
Like,
birds, the
go away.
flames.
yeah.
You seen that big old gator that hangs around that marina yet?
Today,
Yeah.
Did you
Um,
see him?
So from a distance.
From the truck, he spotted it.
And I was like, yeah, that's him.
I tried to go down one of the side docks to get a closer look, and he went down. He went down, and it's just, you know, it's
That's
like,
when you were asking where was he going.
Yeah. Where was he going? And then I realized, I was like, oh,
yeah,
I don't know if you ever noticed. I watch a lot of fishing shows, but let me tell you something about fishing in Florida, especially even walking around the banks. You'll know people that have been here a long time. We don't get close to the water.
right.
We're always 10 or 15 feet away off that bank, so we can, you know, because they can be on you so fast out of that
They
water.
were, yeah, they come
People
out
that
of
live down here know that. Stay away
Well,
from the water.
I learned the hard way. Like, not the hard way, but it's like it's hard for me to learn that because
Yeah.
He's just used
I'm
to
learning,
going for
but it's like
well,
I'm just used to walking up to a
Wow.
shoreline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I
You
lived
can't
in-
do it here.
You just can't do it down here. You got to be aware. You got to be aware. Yeah.
He lived in Altamont Springs.
when I was little, yeah.
That's
Oh,
where I
did
work.
you?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
when I was like 3 to age 6, so I was like bait, you know. I was gator food, but I like,
Uh-huh.
you know, I used to like throw rocks at them and like then they would go down and like. But I was telling them like we had a pond. I don't know. I guess it was my grandfather on my dad's side had a pontoon boat at one point. We had a German Shepherd and she leaped off to go after some ducks. And then the gators started coming in after her. And like I remember, you know, my dad, my uncle, my grandpa, they all like they jumped off that boat and like went after the dog. They called her once, she didn't come back, and they all jumped off and left me on this boat by myself. But I remember them like jumping off to get her and like that's how, you know, they loved that dog obviously, but you know,
Yeah.
it was just yeah, that gator came right for that dog. But that was I don't know where the hell we were exactly.
That's what I don't understand is I will see people friggin' walking their dogs along the goddamn shoreline.
Right there.
And it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Little dog.
Are you trying to get rid of your dog?
Not
Are you
even-
tired of it?
Not
Put
even
it
a
up for
big,
adoption.
not even a big dog. The littlest dog, and they just let it wander closer and closer to the bank. It's like, oh no.
I worry
no.
watching like right over here. There's a right behind the Chamber of Commerce building. People fish there in the grass, and there's the families will come with little
4th of
kids,
July.
and it's like
a guy hooked a baby gator 4th of
yes,
July.
yes,
Well, if you
We
think
stood there and she kind of coached him on, like, and he got it off the line. It was like, good job, man,
Yeah.
But there's kids on the pier right next to it. Right as soon as it got dark and the fireworks get ready to happen, we hear splash. Kids are jumping into the water, and it's like if they only knew, like an hour ago, this guy was pulling a little gator out of the water, right 10 feet from where they were jumping in. It's like,
well, like
you can't look. You don't want to look.
that big gator we saw today, like, was lined up with that kids park. In essence,
You
And
did
it's not
say
far-
that. You
it's-
were like, look, that shit's right there by
yeah,
the park,
it's not
by the
far
playground.
away. And it's like it's. Is it a threat at that distance? No, but if your child wanders off just a bit,
Yeah,
they, like you were saying,
in
like you
water.
know to sit back because they shoot out of that water. They run, man, and then when they propel with that tail and all that good shit, they're built.
That's why you got to leave yourself enough room from the water's edge to have time to react if something jumps out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bobby got that river, Oklawaha. There you go.
wow.
Yeah. It's a good sized river.
It is, but
Yeah.
if you think about it, that river and St. John's River is what borders the Ocala Forest.
Right.
Those are the two major branches.
And it's through those rivers that like we'll get manatees occasionally. I haven't seen one here, but they can get here if they get through the locks, but they have to go through the Ocklawaha River down to Griffin, Haynes Creek, My Lake.
Yep.
If people ever want to see manatees down on what's the name of that river? Chattanooga. No, it's down there around. It's one that comes into Fort Myers. Oh my God, it's a big old long Indian named Chatta something.
With Lacucci? No, it's not with Lacucci.
Chattahoochee.
It's the main one. It goes all the way over into Okeechobee. I can't remember.
Yes.
But if they got a power plant down there that puts off warm water during the winter,
Yeah.
and they open that up, and then manatees go in there by droves. If you ever want to see manatees, that's where you go see them. They're
If you ever want to swim with manatees, go to Crystal River. It's the only place in the country.
There you go.
I said if I get tan enough, I'll just start floating around. I'll look like one.
The what is it? Blue Springs Park in the wintertime, they pack in there wall to wall manatees. In the summertime, you could swim in the springs. In the wintertime, no one's allowed in the water because you wouldn't want to get in there anyways. Because the coldest temperatures of the year, they're in there literally wall to wall.
It's amazing. People, if you've never seen a manatee, some of these
They call them
things,
sea cows for a reason.
they're huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
They are.
Somebody mentions Crystal River, and there's
Yeah,
Richie.
there's Richie. You know he was listening.
I know. Right? How you doing,
So
Rich?
he says, "My town of Crystal River, Florida. I am the mayor." Yeah, Richie, we had given some thought to coming down there. I wanted to go do the manatee thing because I can grab a boat in Crystal River at the marina. I work for the same company. That's where I started, was in Crystal River. So we were going to go check out manatees, but it got late, and then we were like, it's a better time to do this. And we had the show, and it would
Time frame.
it wasn't going to work.
Yep. We were gonna get in touch with them.
When we got down there, we were going to be like, dude,
I was snoring. I was snoring.
Did you read what Sharon typed in?
let's see. A friend of mine was feeding a gator, and it bit all 4 of his fingers off. Infection went through all of his body. but he's doing good. One thumb up.
That is
But
Richie says there's a campground there now too.
That's cool.
where?
Crystal River, I guess.
I'll be right back.
Well, you know that park that's down the street from you, right? Not the, like, if you pull out of your road, Richie, and you hang the right, and just go down there to the next stop sign, and you go all the way down to that state park. What's that called? Well, anyway, there's a campground in there that we found. Stevie and I had found that looks like it's like abandoned. It
Yes.
hasn't been used in 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
years.
When you use that app
It's
we were
across
talking
the
about
mall.
earlier,
Across the mall.
there's campgrounds like in the middle of nowhere.
We'd always find abandoned campgrounds.
And I'm like, what?
In Ocala too.
Yeah.
And it's only but like some of them are in other states, like or national park, but they're like in the middle of like,
Middle of
and
nowhere.
it looks like it's just in the like literally in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, I don't know how you would get to it.
See, a lot of campgrounds closed down during the pandemic and never opened back up.
Well, yeah, a lot of shit happened like that.
No, Danny, I didn't have to go pee. I had a pain in my neck, and I don't want you guys watching me in pain. He thought I had to go pee.
Aaron says, I would love to see manatees in the wild. I've only seen them in aquariums. We see the orcas here, but it's hit or miss with them, unless they're in a playful mood.
It's
I
amazing.
would love to see it.
In the orchard.
Orca. Yeah, killer whale. That would be amazing.
One of my favorite videos is the two kids in New Zealand swimming in like a cove, and they don't know that there's two orcas in the inner cove, and the parents are way up on the cliffside, like probably like a mile up, and they're yelling down, "Just stay calm, stay still," and the kids are just treading water, and they're in the mouth of the ocean and the cove, and the orcas just come right at them and just part ways go around them, and these kids just sit there and but the parents were so cool that they're like, "Stay still, just stay calm," and they're like, that was cool,
You're filming this, right?
Yeah.
they filmed the whole shit. It's one of the best videos on earth, in my opinion. It's so amazing. It's been out there for a while. So just type in orcas New Zealand, whatever, you'll find it. So badass.
Sharon says, Papa, see when a gator bites you, infection goes all through your body. It's really bad.
Oh yeah, their teeth are
I didn't know that.
their teeth have so much bacteria and shit on it.
Well, you get like a Komodo dragon, they create that thing too. So I think some Nile monitors do too.
There's-
They drool.
It's not by right.
It's to kill their prey because they're not in a hurry to
I owned a Nile monitor actually for a while.
yeah.
I went swimming in the pool up there other night and other day rather, and I went underwater and was swimming underwater and came out, and this big kid was this grandkid that had his grandmama had her grandkids up there, and his eyes were so big. I know he thought he saw a manatee in that water when I was underwater. I got so big and fat.
Put you back in the water, it's gonna drown.
Yeah. Free Willy.
Richie says I had one swim by me, real cool.
I think the coolest thing I saw was at the Golden Gate Bridge, where you seen the humpback whales coming in. There was a little baby one that I think I've told this before, that there was a couple on a sailboat that were just kind of cruising by, and then they kind of hung out. And I was wondering why they were stopped, right in the middle of the waterway, when I just seen barges coming through a few minutes before. But then I looked, Steele and my youngest daughter, and I walked down towards the edge of the water, and you can tell there's a little baby humpback whale that's just popping up at the sailboat. And it was cute at first, but then you see mom and dad come, and the couple on the boat, the guy's yelling to the girl, "Come back over here," because she's up at the bow, oh, look at it. It's only a rail on the sailboat. So she's leaned over looking at the baby, and
It's that boat.
here comes the mom and dad. And I'm like, oh, shit.
That's
Had a
worse.
humpback.
The worst
Yeah.
sailboat.
Had a humpback.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was in Montauk. It was off the coast of Montauk. It just kept. This one was so playful, man.
They were
so playful.
The mom and dad were bigger than the sailboat. They were.
They're huge. Oh, they're massive.
But the baby was kind of big and cute, but it was cute, all cutesy and everything until mom and dad came up, one on each side of the boat. And I'm just standing there, jaw dropped. Like, I'm thinking I'm going to watch this boat get knocked over.
It takes, like, they're lucky. It usually takes hours and hours of driving a boat around in circles. And it feels like
tired of one?
Hunting, yeah. And then, like,
Oh, no, I don't even think they were
Well,
looking
watching-
for it. I really don't even think they were
No.
looking for it. The baby one just popped up alongside and,
yeah.
you know.
Every time I grew up on the beach, in Jersey. I never saw one.
Well, I went to the beach like a couple of years ago with a guy metal detecting, and he had a metal detecting channel and whatever on Long Island, and he came to my channel. So I met up with him one day, and we're out there. My metal detector is a piece of shit; it don't work. So I'm like, just kind of like, it's like crowded beach, and everyone's talking to him because he's boop boop booping, and like everyone's like, "What's that?" Like, just some of the most outlandish shit. So I'm kind of just like trying to like bite my tongue and not say like anything rude. And like I'm staring off at the ocean, and all of a sudden I see, and I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, that was I forget what they call it, but
Blowhole.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you just see this like,
Massive.
yeah, and I'm like,
Massive.
and it's just right out past there's people surfing out there and
So
shit.
they were the size of a city bus.
Yeah, they're
you
huge.
know, I mean, the baby wasn't much smaller than the size of
No,
a city bus.
I've seen in the ocean in Jersey. Like we go out blue fishing at night, and they'd have. If you've heard of a sunfish, it's this massive fish that has two big fins, one on top, one on
Sails.
bottom,
Yeah.
and it looks like it's cut in half. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no tail. Like,
People think they're
and I've seen those out there. Those are huge.
they're
I mean, they're not whale big, but
no, but
for
they're
a
huge.
fish,
Yeah,
they're big.
they call them dolphin fish sometimes, I think. But they are. They have the huge sail on the top of them. Like yeah.
But they call them sunfish for what I don't know
Yeah,
what they're.
yeah.
Well,
what that
I guess
means.
because it's like that big fin is supposed to, like when you draw the sun. Like, you know what I mean?
Patrick Bond says, you want to fight a bass rod, the hook a 30-pound beaver in the back of your foot using a braided line. Jeez. Imagine hooking onto a beaver. Just shut up.
Not with that, Rod.
Oh, shit.
Excuse me.
Jeez.
No. I caught a gator fishing in the Okefenokee Swamp. Darn thing got my catfish right off the line. I had a gator do that
Just the other day.
just the other day with a sunfish. I walked out. I was like, "Why is the bobber next to the gator? The gator was here, and the bobber was way over there." And I looked last,
They caught a fish and then he
and
caught.
I pull all the line in, and realize it's in the gator's mouth. I'm like, "What the fuck?" What? And he's got the fish in his mouth.
Caught the same snapping turtle like dozens of times because it bites my worm and eats my hook, and then it's like you have on like a couple pound test for a small pond, and then you got a 20-pound turtle ripping at it, and it's like, damn it, let me just cut this, I guess. And
Papa says we saw those giant sunfish sometimes in the summer in Southeast Alaska. Yeah, they're just that's an interesting fish.
they're way out at sea usually, yeah. Like, they're cool.
Up, Craig. Medicine time.
Real question is Long Island Bigfoot is in Florida? Yeah, he's sitting. He's right
there.
here.
Yeah, I'm
Right in
over
front.
here. Oh yeah.
Well, Richie's from Long Island.
Oh yeah. I knew you guys from up there. I know it's from Long Island.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
I don't know, right, Sharon?
You're in a
Because I
better
can't
place.
believe it's.
I forget where in Long Island though. I don't remember Nassau, Suffolk. I don't remember like what town.
Medicine
I
time.
don't know why Merrimack or well, no, what is it's, remember where did Dawn go? You knew the town. Massapequa. That's
way west.
oh no, he's saying on Concomo.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not far from me.
I lived on Avenue C for a month.
Yeah. As one of Laker and Concomi has one of the oldest stories.
Yeah,
Indians, Native American history. Like
it's a love story.
it is. It's a Romeo and Juliet type shit. And then, well, I mean, it's people fucking die all the time.
Every year somebody
Every
drowns in
year,
that lake.
and
It's a man.
Yeah. It's such, and it's like we're not talking like like that guy was like out of shape or like and there's no current, there's no reason, there's nothing in there, there's no reason why people should
It's
drown.
got Indian maiden.
I go in. I mean,
You've been in there?
yeah, me and my son. But it's almost like pushing the red button, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. But I mean, we don't go in like all the way in, but like he wants to go drive his toy boat somewhere or like magnet fish. It's like, it's close by. It's kind of big. It's got a shoreline and he can walk in with no troubles. But then all of a sudden, if you walk in far enough, it just drops off like, and the theory is nobody knows how deep it is. And nobody really knows because when you get down, it gets too murky and nobody's ever been to the bottom, blah, blah, blah.
Richie says he lived near Lake Concomo, about a mile away from his house, a mile away from the lake. Spit that out. We are at 2 hours. Damn.
I know, right?
Yep.
Harold says, "Have fun, LIB, on your visit. I hope you do get to see a skunky, or at least its prince.
We shall see.
We'll get in the woods tomorrow."
Okay, fellas and ladies, I will see y'all tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you for
Look
dinner.
forward to it.
All right.
Okay. Well, I like to say I got that 3 o'clock, but I'll be out plenty of time by then. Okay.
Very
Sounds good.
I might even have time to go wet a line before I go see you.
Bobby, you can get up this way. We'll be out at the Mason Jar, and is it in Ubatilla?
Umatilla.
5. Anybody else? That's where we're gonna be.
Calm down.
That's where we're gonna be,
Tell Mason job.
right?
Hey, but I haven't been.
Rick, you open them up.
It's been so long, I don't even know how to get out of here no more. Just kick me out. Okay?
I'm trying to get the
I'll take you off. All right, Jake. Thanks for coming on.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All
Good
right.
night.
All right. I'll see myself out too somehow.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
But yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out tonight. It was great to
Indeed.
see everyone. We'll be back Tuesday, so you guys have an amazing weekend.
Have a great weekend. Be
Um,
safe.
We'll take care of this guy.
Love you guys.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Like she just said, love you guys. Peace and God bless.
Later, guys.